What's going on, y'all? It's Jason Reviews here, back at it again with another video. As you guys can see, we're going to be talking about the GTX card. Recently just announced Dizaster's opponent. We are going to be getting Dizaster versus Eazy, the block captain, on the GTX card, as well as I haven't spoken much on it. Whenever there's just singular announcements or a couple announcements, this goes for any card, not GTX. I don't normally do like a thoughts video like this one. It really has to be a big announcement, in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion. I usually just do it for big announcements because I don't want to just be doing like 4-minute videos going over like one or two call outs or one or two battle announcements, especially a card like this that has so many battles. So I'm going to give my general thoughts on some of the top matchups, how I look at the card building. This is not a predictions video. We're obviously going to do that way closer to the event itself. So this is really me just seeing what is mostly the full card as far as I know, right? And just giving my general thoughts, what I'm excited for immediately as it's hit the paper, as all these announcements have been going on for the past few weeks. But before I get into that, I just want to say real quick, because I'm probably not going to do a review on it. I've been so busy lately. But O-Red versus Holmesy the God went down on Jay 400's league. Same one, Twerk and Jay was supposed to go down. That's been postponed. And this was a great 3-round battle. I mean, a very, very good one. I know O-Red's gotten a lot of slander lately. Talked about on my Twitter a little bit. O-Red's really been getting killed lately, as he should for his performances recently on URL. But home game in Newark, a little bit of hometown love. But they gave him the confidence to really have great material and performance. Holmesy, as per usual, rose to the occasion, did what he had to do. Very, very good 3-rounder. And for a time where battles haven't been as promoted as other things, I'd really implore any of you guys to go watch O-Red versus Holmesy. About like 20-30 minutes, a quick watch, and a very good watch at that. But with that little chat out of the way, we can get into my thoughts for the GTX card. I guess the first thing I want to talk about, funny enough, really is Dizaster versus Eazy. Pretty crazy when you just look at the namesake involved, right? I feel like when everyone sees it, it's like you don't even think of the stylistic, any of that. The first thing you start with is really just the opponent, just the names on paper. It hurts. I thought there might be another opponent. Things don't always work out in battle rap, but to get Eazy either way is an incredible, especially the way that his name is buzzing in battle rap. Dizaster being a god tier himself, obviously we know how much he means to the West. I mean, he owns, this is his cards. So, humongous look. It makes sense for Eazy, because of that stature that Dizaster has. It will be his first battle facing, the recent controversy. What I will say is that if I'm correct, this is a 1-round battle. Want that to be very clear, I don't want people to get tricked. I believe this is a 1-round battle, which is still very good when you have like a 30 battle card. There's no need to kill him for it, but it does change how you view things in terms of, if it's a 3-rounder, maybe there will be more emphasis on the angling, going at Eazy. In a 1-rounder, do they even still do the angling? Is it really just a show of raps, and kind of, does it fit more of a grind time, trying to have fun as opposed to like a serious head-to-head, big-time matchup? These are all things you have to think of in a 1-rounder, but I think it actually does help Diz a lot. I think when you, not that Diz, I would never go as far to say the legend can't do anything, but I do think that if you just look at him, especially in his 3-rounders, a little past the prime, some of the jokes wear on a little bit too long. I think sometimes some of the multis wear on a little bit too long, and even at a time where there was some 50-50 on it, I think as time has went on, you add that to a guy that probably just has a lack of motivation because he's at the top of the hill, What is there that Dizaster hasn't done in battle rap? And you add all of those things together, and I think that when you just give him one straight round to work on, instead of, strategizing across all 3 and thinking it out, he can just really write his absolute best shit, just rapping in his 1 round. So I think 1-rounder does give the battle the best chance of succeeding. With that being said, I think I got Eazy going in. Like I said, 1-rounder makes it hard, probably preferential battle either way, but I think I got Eazy going in. Everyone wants to hear what he has to say, and you got to shout out Diz, man. This is definitely the type of blockbuster stuff that you want, and in a card where I know he said he's more focused on what every other battle is doing and every other battler on the card. This one should just be fun, so obviously big-time matchup, and we'll see how it turns out and how things go down as we get closer to the event. But from there, you could just talk and look at the rest of this card. I want to mention some of my favorite matchups. First of all, Reed Dallas versus Pass is going to be incredible. Pure rapping versus pure rapping, plus with the short rounds, I think stylistically this makes so much sense. Doesn't put too much pressure on Reed. He can condense kind of take a lot of that, filler is kind of something that Reed is always going to be critiqued for. And a lot of those OG rappers, people feel like there is a lot of filler, they're not always direct. And when you bring it down to 90 seconds, they can focus on just the best parts of the round, similar to what I said about Diz in the 1-rounder, but in more of a short 3-round sense. And Pass is good money, obviously, a grind time legend himself. He's kind of built for a setting like this. So I think that one is going to be very good. Another one that has a lot to do with rhyme pockets, Big K versus T-Rex, 90-second rounds. Both guys are amazing pure rappers. I don't think they, it's completely, as opposed to Reed and Pass, where, like, that is the style. Obviously, K can do a lot more. Rex is, a bit more performative and things of that nature. Going into it, I'm going to have to go with K clear, just because it's 9 years, of Rex not really winning 3-round battles. But with the way Rex has been working out, really the motivation he looks like he has in life, just looking like he's enjoying life more, that it all goes together, man. If you low down in life, you are enjoying certain things, it can go into your interest or your craft. And I think that there is a chance here you see a recuperated and refreshed Rex and get one of the more entertaining battles of the night. And obviously, that's not all. Hollow versus Thesaurus is going to be God-tier type of matchup. Great headliner, Shout out to Thesaurus and Hollow, both OGs that are really having a good year. I mean, Hollow, I could very much so seeing making this top 20 list by year's end. For me, if we made one right now for mid-year, which we did, LTBR did a power ranking, just how people are doing this year, across battle rap and our own point system. Mentioned it last video. And Hollow's obviously had, he's had 2 battles so far. It's looking like he could have two more possibly with the way that he's been, talking shit with Torque on the internet. And then Thesaurus here to add to a resume with Sharon and Will. Really love Hollow's 2023. And I think that both these guys will be motivated. And even if you feel like Thesaurus or Hollow is a little past their prime, this is the type of battle to kind of bring that old hunger back, in my opinion. And even if you look at the rest of the card, just a lot of, like, cool last big matchup I want to talk about that I'm a huge fan of is A-Ward and Frack. I believe that Frack is extremely, extremely, extremely underrated. And that has to do more maybe with his battling, like his frequency of battling. It's not like he's battling all the time, but when he does pop out, Dizaster, Danny, Soulcon, these are either murderous performances or just really overall high level. I had him clearly winning all 3. Diz, we all know what happened with that. And then he goes against A-Ward, who I think he could be a real stylistic problem for A-Ward. A-Ward's one of the best in the world, so you're never going to be mad at seeing him on the card. Just a very, very good battle, and 2 other guys that you can expect to put on a great performance. I think 90-second rounds takes away a little bit from this one. But it's understandable, they can't be the only ones not following the theme of the card. I think that Frack, when he gets a little more time to get the angles out right, really build it up, it gets more special as it goes. Same for Ward, although obviously as a pure rapper, I think he's a little bit of an advantage there. So I think he's going to be able to be a little bit more explosive in these time limits. But Frack has this ability to land super either comedic or like it's going in a comedic direction, like kind of turns on you and turns into a real like attacking bar. And for all those, little reasons, I'm just very excited to see how this battle turns out. And then you get battles like B Magic versus Lil Pesci. I cannot believe that Pesci's on this card. Really, the returns overall are crazy. Lunar C, I haven't seen Caustic in a minute. Carter Deems, Dirtbag Dan. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, especially on the comedy side. A lot of those classic GT aspects. Just a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this card looks fun. And then you get matchups that are crazy. Crip Mac is battling. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be keeping it 55th Street, as always, battling active. And some of these battles, I think Diz said himself, he's like, some of these battles have great viral potential. So we know what's going on towards the bottom of the card. Ryan Villafora versus Frank Stacks. Caustic versus Coleslaw, who is a woman, a white woman rapping. Haven't personally seen that in my battle rap time, at least on a series, like a big time league. But these are all little fun things. When you have so many battles, I think there's a Day Zero card on the way too. When you have all these different battles, it's just a matter of what's fun to you, and that's a big part of what Grind Time was. There was so much content, so many battles that were quick to watch. You could fly through like 10 of them, just pick out your favorite 2 or 3 and keep rewatching those. I see the vision here for what's being shot for, that classic GT feel. I give credit to Dizaster. It's something he's passionate about. A lot of people in battle rap, obviously, huge demographic that, likes that likes this type of rap, the Carter Deans, the Dirtbag Dan, what Caustic and Coleslaw can turn into, that just fun, and I give credit for Dizaster, because that's kind of the way he's approached it, his energy towards it, and anyone that's chasing a passion like that, especially to help battle rap, you can do nothing to support, which is why I think there is so much positive reception for the Battle in the Bay card. And that really is like my real first level baseline thoughts. There's more announcements. Ellipsis versus Nestle, which is for those of you that really are in the circuits and just watch all types of battle rap, you know that that's one of those that's extremely well written battle already. Two guys that don't probably get the credit all time historically. Not that they're crazy battlers. These are two guys that really write well, and that's going to be a good battle in itself. I think that's on the day 0 card. But there's just so many battles, right? And I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what are some of your favorite matchups here? Obviously, you know, the Reed and the Passes, the Big Ks and the Rexes. There's battles like that pop off the paper almost like universally, right? But if you have an underrated battle that you think is going to be great, you know what I'm saying? For my UK people out there, is the return of Lunar Sea. How are you feeling about that? QP versus Solcon, obviously a rematch from very long ago back in the day, right? So you guys let me know, what are your favorite battles from the GTX card so far? But I'm loving the energy around it. I think, you know, obviously we know what battle rap's been in 2023, and I think as you head into the end of the summer, there's all these talks of big events, and I've been saying it everywhere I can. August and September, humongous months for battle rap. Not for just this league, at the end of the day, battle rap, although there is going to be league competition, it's a collective where the whole sport has to look good for money to be invested in it, and even if it's out of hate, no matter what it's out of, as long as multiple good leagues are throwing multiple good events, that's how the fans win. We don't win by one league winning or any of that. We win when everyone is just trying to be the best so much that we end up getting tons of good battle rap. So very excited to see what GTX brings. Like I said, I'm going to do more in-depth stylistic predictions as we get closer to the event. But overall, I'm seeing people say card of the year, you know what I'm saying? A lot of big cards coming up, but with the amount of names here, like I said, the energy towards it, really the message, and I think what it's trying to do for battle rap, if it's able to accomplish this goal, GTX will definitely have Battle of the Bay in that event of the year conversation by year's end. But it's been Jay Smo Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, let me know your favorite announcements and what you like most about the GTX card so far. And I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.